All right. Hello, anybody joining me live? I'm doing the next 7 days, love and relationship, all signs. Again, I'm doing this more live streams lately because it's a lot easier than recording, uploading. So if you catch me live, that's great. And those of you that catch the restream, that is perfect. So we're going to do a quick speed read on love and relationships, all signs, starting with fire signs and then working our way through to water signs. I'm going to start with Aries, I suppose. That's what I'm going to do. Usually start with fire signs. So if you see a little smoke, I got some sage here burning. So we're going to look at you versus your person and see what's going on. One more deck to shuffle here. Hope everybody's doing okay. I'm a little late getting to everything. So this is going to be 7th through about the 14th. But keep in mind, time's very fluid. It could be a little before, a little after, or just when you're meant to see it. And, this is a reading for the collective, so it's not going to be for everybody. I think, we all understand that. So if it's not meant for you and it doesn't resonate with you, that's okay. There's always another message at another time that might be better suited for you. So we're going to start with Aries. Aries. I'm going to timestamp these so I can add that after the video is done. Aries, what is going on in your love life? I'm going to use Light Seer's Tarot here. All right, Aries. The moon. The moon and the sun. Okay. Wow, Aries, interesting. So you're coming from an interesting place here. You have the moon, the sun, the Two of Swords, and the wheel. Let's see what your person has. King of Swords, the Emperor, Seven of Pentacles, and the King of Pentacles. So you and your person are coming from two different places when it comes to perspective. So I do feel like the moon, you have the moon and the sun. The moon, I think this is like you're coming out of a little bit of I don't want to say darkness, but things may have not been very clear to you. The moon is the lesser light, so there's things in shadows that we can't always see, and sometimes it's hard to really get a clear answer on things sometimes. And sometimes our imaginations can get a little overactive too, especially at night and things go bump in the night and in the darkness. And so not everything is illuminated. So this to me is like really trusting your intuition, trying to find your way, around, and then you come into the sun and that's complete total illumination. So I feel like you maybe have discovered something about your partner when it comes to money or finances. And you have a decision to make here. I think that, Two of Swords here, you're not too entirely sure on where this is going. But I see that your person is maybe a little bit put off if you kind of question things when it comes to what they're doing with their money and what they're doing with their finances. And so I do feel like there's a little bit of a power struggle here. They may be a little bit more apt to be free when it comes to spending money, spending resources. And I feel like your person might actually be a little stubborn. The Emperor can be very stubborn. and they may be a little bit aloof when it comes to telling you actually what they're doing with their money, with the Seven of Pentacles here. And so I think that you just want some answers. You may be deciding whether or not you want to commit to a long term relationship and taking it to the next level to it could be engagement or marriage. And so you have some questions about what they're really doing with their personal business and how they're conducting their personal business. But I think that you just have to be vocal and speak up about things, because I do feel like that maybe it's not as fishy as you might think. The moon, sometimes, like I said, our imagination gets overactive. But I do feel like that you just have to bring things out in the open and get over the idea that maybe they're not being too totally upfront or honest with you. They might just feel a little guarded and a little bit insecure when it comes to somebody questioning them. So, Aries, I feel like you and your person just have some things to figure out when it comes to resources, money, those types of things. And this could even be about, what they're doing with their time. And if their focus is going on something other than the relationship. But you do have the world here, and I feel like this is just this is short-lived. I think that if you speak your mind, I think the Two of Swords here to me is like you're just not sure if you should say something, but I feel like you need to be clear with your person about what you're feeling and thinking in this relationship, because if you're not, then it ends up with some kind of resentment, some pent-up resentment. So I do feel like there just needs to be an open line of communication. If you can do that, I think that there's just a meeting of the minds. I think this world is really nothing more than a load off of your mind, and not being overactive when it comes to what you think may or may not be going on in your person's personal affairs and their personal business, how they conduct themselves. Maybe they spend too much, maybe they're just a little bit careless with their money, and perhaps they're not. So that might be where that's coming from. Oh, hey Frank, how you doing? So anyway, I do feel like there's just some line of communication that needs to be opened up when it comes to sharing resources, money, and all that kind of good stuff. So we're going to move on to Leo. Leo. I'm going to try and speed read these as fast as I can. King of Swords, Knight of Coins. Oh, that one just came right out. Page of Coins. Leo, what is going on in your relationship? Leo, I feel like you're a little slow to commit, and your person is fearing the worst. But I think that over time that they'll begin to trust you. I just feel like the King of Swords here, and the Knight of Coins, you're just a little slow to commit. And I feel like you're open about it. You just aren't really hiding anything from your person. But you might be a little slow to actually, really take things up a notch, a little bit to commit. And I think that you're actually going to start communicating with your person a little bit better. I do feel like that they're thinking that there might be somebody else or something else going on, and they're fearing the worst with the Five of Cups. And I think that once you begin to communicate with them, that Five of Cups turns into a lot of potential for your relationship and for them, and it just puts their fears at rest with the Ten of Cups here. So I do feel like there's just needing to be an open line of communication, and if you're just kind of going in slow motion with this and going at your own pace, that's okay. Nothing wrong with that at all. But definitely I feel like the next week or maybe 2 weeks is all about communication when it comes to how you're feeling about things progressing along, and whether or not or when you should commit to things a little bit deeper in your relationship. All right. Cooking, huh? What are you cooking? Sagittarius. We're going to do Sagittarius. I'm hungry, and I'm not cooking tonight. I do all the cooking. I'm not cooking tonight. I'm not doing any of that. Fool, the Moon. Moon comes out again in a different deck, and Three of Pentacles. Okay, so I feel like to you, this relationship has a lot of promise. And you feel like you can really just meld with this person, blend together with them. But how do they feel? Look at that. Moon and the same position. Two different decks. Stalker card. The Moon coming out 2 times here in this. 2 different decks. So I do feel like, okay, to you, you're looking at this person, Sagittarius, as like there's a lot of potential here, but you're not really 100% sure how they feel or what they think, but you do feel like you can really work with this person and make something very, very exciting happen. And, you know, again, I feel like you don't know what they're thinking for sure 100%, and they don't know what you're thinking 100%. And so I think your person is like maybe more up in their head, and I feel like you're just a little bit more emotionally excited about the prospects here with what's going on in your love life with this person that you're involved with. You have the Queen of Cups, or your person does, so they do feel like hey, there's a lot of potential here, and this could really balance things out for me, and when it comes to love and relationships. And so I do feel like, you know, they're looking at things, you know, I feel like your person is kind of actually pretty balanced when it comes to, you know, their feelings versus their thoughts. And I think you're just you know, a little bit more standoffish when it comes to expressing that, but I feel like inside you feel like there's a lot of pent up potential, but you're holding back a little bit, but you're really ready to just move forward and take a chance and a risk on this. And so I do feel like there's a lot of exciting potential for you in the next week or two when it comes to this potential relationship that's developing for you. And then we're going to do Gemini. Gemini. What is going on, Gemini? What deck am I going to use, guys? Oh, really? Ooh, man, I'm coming over for dinner. That sounds good. You know, I'm in my creepy haunted basement, and I'm not kidding. My house has got some really weird things going on. I did post a video about the investigation and their findings, and it was, let's say the less, a little interesting. And so some days things are like really quiet around here, and some days things are just really, you know, kind of make you wonder. But you know, you just ignore it and learn to live with it, I suppose. So Gemini, Justice, 10 of Cups, and 6 of Swords. So Gemini, I feel like you're learning something about your person that maybe is not all that it is cracked up to be. That there's something in there. I feel like it's in their past that you really don't find too flattering. And so I think that you're kind of abandoning the idea of the potential and promise this relationship had, and you're going to probably make a decision about this and probably go the other way. I think your person is kind of clueless here with the Knight of Cups and the High Priestess and the Page of Wands, and I think they're not going to really let you go too easily if you decide that there's some, you know, kind of feeling that you know, maybe they're in the dark about this. Maybe you know something about your person, Gemini, that they're not aware of that you know. And so I just kind of see this as like something is just kind of come to light to you. However, you may have discovered something in their past or something even in their present that's a little concerning to you or a little unflattering. And so I feel like you're abandoning things with this person, or you're considering abandoning the potential that was here. And the 6 of Swords, I think you're just going to try and put some distance here between you and this person, maybe a little bit until you figure it out. But I think they're clueless. I think they look at you. I think they're smitten with you. And I think that they think they're being pretty clear with maybe not being totally and completely honest. So they might think that they're concealing some things from you. But I don't think they're going to let you move on that easily. So you could, you know, this could be a stalker alert, Gemini. You know, somebody that's just not willing to accept the fact that you that you maybe just this isn't for you. So if it's not, you know, just be honest, be open with this person if there's something that is bothering you or bugging you. But I do feel like that they're kind of in the dark about this. Maybe you know more about them than they realize that you do. We're going to do Libra. 15:30. Libra, we're going to move to Libra. We're going to move to Tarot of Dreams, Marchetti. Libra, what is going on? Chariot. So there's some movement. The Devil. So you're moving away from somebody, Libra, that, or you're considering moving away from somebody that I feel like, I think you're moving away out of fear and not out of anything that is necessarily grounded in truth. I don't know. So let's pull cards for your person and see what is going on here. Empress comes out again. The Lovers. Ooh, okay, I get it. And the Four of Swords. So I think you are like, this person is a clinger. Okay, and so you have the Chariot here. I think you're in moving away from this person or pulling back a little bit, and then you have the Devil here. So I think that this person is a little bit of a clinger. Maybe they're just rushing in too fast, too soon. In the Page of Swords, I think you're just gonna actually have to just tell them exactly how you feel. They have the Empress here. They see this as a lot of potential, and the Lovers here. You know, I don't always read the Lovers as like the Lovers, but in this I do. I do feel like this is all about. They feel like there's so much potential here, and they may be a little overzealous, and I think it bothers you. It worries you. It scares you off a little bit, and then you have the Four of Swords here. I think you're just trying to. They have the Four of Swords, and I think that they're just trying to, you know, tone it down a little bit, but I think they see you pulling away, and I think that they're willing to back a little bit and not be so pushy, but they do look at you as like something that has a lot of potential, and maybe you don't feel that way. You actually, the way I see this, you probably don't feel that way, but that's okay. You know, it's just how things look here when you know, the cards come out. So I do feel like you're pulling away because they're a little clingy, a little needy, too early, too soon, and not knowing each other. Maybe perhaps you don't know each other very long, or you haven't been very serious for very long, and or they're trying to get way too serious too soon. And we're going to do Aquarius. Oh, I hear somebody's up from his nap. Aquarius, what is going on in your love life? After this live stream, I'm going to get back to recorded readings for mid-month. 10 of Pentacles, Aquarius. King of Wands. And the Wheel. What is going on in your love relationship? Oh, wow. So definitely there's some things to work out here between you and your person. So first of all, your person, I'm going to start with them because they have the Three of Swords and the Four of Cups. And I do feel like they're feeling kind of left out of things a little bit. I do feel like they feel, you know, like maybe they're just feel like they don't have like this value. You know, it's like the only way I can equate this is when I look at my wife. Sometimes it's like she gets so tired and fatigued of being at home with the kids, and she feels like she doesn't have an identity. And so I do feel like you know, it's not necessarily that, but it's something like that. You know, so Aquarius, you might be the one. You know, with 10 of Pentacles here and the King of Wands, you might be the one that's the go-getter who's, you know, earning the money or has like the exciting career or the big career. And I feel like they just are feeling very kind of compressed or, you know, compartmentalized, or like they don't have a whole lot of value or worth. But I feel like, you know, there's some changes here because, you know, I think your person is actually working on something in the background. I think they're actually trying to better themselves and work on something because I feel like they feel like they're not maybe as as valued as they should be. And so I do see like there's some big changes because you have the Wheel of Fortune and they have the World. And so I think that there's some big change. Maybe perhaps you guys are going to be working on something together, or you're working on changing some things. And I think maybe Aquarius, you recognize and see that in your person, and it makes you feel kind of sad for them, in a sense that you don't want them to feel that way because they're just as valued as you are. It's an equal thing here, and that's how you look at it. But I feel like they just don't always quite feel that way. So perhaps there's some big changes in your relationship, and I can't really, this is just a collective reading, so I can't really say what, because it could be so many different things. But again, you have the Wheel of Fortune and they have the World, so there's some changes coming, and I think those changes are actually good. It gives me a good feeling. But again, I do feel like your person has struggled with kind of maybe not being in the spotlight, and the one who's always doing they feel like they're doing the stuff that doesn't get a lot of recognition. So this could be about that marriage dynamic where somebody stays at home. It doesn't matter, male, female. And they just don't get that satisfaction, in the sense that the other person who is out and about and has the exciting career, the exciting job, and all the other things that go along with it. But I do feel like there is something good coming along for you guys. I think there's some changes, and I feel like something is telling me to say that you guys should be doing something together, working on something together, because I feel like if you do, it'll be really successful, because this just to me comes out as like could be the potential power couple type dynamic. But I do feel like your person is feeling a little bit left out of things. And Taurus. Taurus. Taurus, what is going on in your love life? I know a lot of people do, and it's not right or wrong. I almost never assign zodiacs to cards, because I feel like, to me, in my readings, it could really limit the message. Sometimes I do, but keep that in mind. I read intuitively. First thing I see, think, feel, and hear, over and above what the traditional meaning of the tarot card generally is. Right, Taurus. So you have some things that you're wanting to choose from. You want some choices, and you have the Seven of Cups, Three of Pentacles. So there's something that you really, really are, I think, going after. And in this relationship, how is this affecting things between you and your person? Because I see this as like you really want something, a whole heck of a lot. And then you have the Ace of Wands to end it. So I think you're just in pursuit of something. And your person has Death, Seven of Wands. They don't share the same vision as you. And so I feel like there is some conflict. But I think if you can get through to your person a little bit and be a little bit clearer about what it is you really, really want for yourself, I feel like you have a lot of big dreams and a lot of big ideas and goals. And I feel that you are kind of moving in the direction of trying to build a new foundation. This is the very beginning. This is like the first, this is like laying the footings before you even lay the bricks and the mortar and all that kind of stuff. So I feel like you're in the process of doing something, and they may not be in the same page as you. I think the Death card, to me, they just, they're just ignoring it. They kind of just want this to be over with. I don't think that they really see things the way you do. So I do feel like you need to communicate with them, because they're going to probably fight you on this. And so I see you just being in a different headspace and place than your person. They may not be very receptive to it. But again, I do feel like if you're clear with your person, you're going to move forward anyway. You have the Ace of Wands. So whether they like it or not, I think that's just the way it is. And they have the Three of Cups. I think they actually do see the light and see the potential in what you're trying to do. I think they actually start to see that there's like a value you're trying to bring to the relationship. This isn't just a selfish thing that your person is trying, or that you're trying to do. I think your person is kind of right now seeing things as it's like being a little bit selfish, because it might be taking time from the relationship, or time from what you guys would normally be doing together. And so I think that there's a little bit of a power struggle here, but I think you just have to be clear, and no matter what, move forward, do what you're going to do, because I think it actually is the beginning of something pretty cool. It just feels like you're really working on something that is a big dream, big idea of yours. And I think this is like perfect timing for you. And I think they do come around. Virgo. All right. I think I'm moving pretty fast. I don't want to spend more than 3 minutes on each one. It's a speed read. All right, Virgo, what's going on? I'll talk to you later. Thanks for joining me, Frank. Virgo. Ace of Wands. Wheel of Fortune. The Emperor. Wow, you got, Virgo, you got something cooking here. I'm going to take a drink of my coffee, though. Yeah, it's not always easy to try and jump on the computer. I try to schedule it, but with kids, it's just too much. So this is going to be my last live stream for about a week because I got to start working on mid-month recorded readings. So Virgo, thank you for joining me. Majority of the views come from the restream. You know, I'm not big fish here on YouTube. I'm just a small guy. Look at that. That came out twice. Interesting. So, Virgo, both you and your person have the Wheel of Fortune. So, I do feel like Virgo, you're taking a chance on something. I feel like actually you're taking a chance on something outside of your relationship. You might be married, you might be engaged, or you might just be in a very serious, committed relationship. I feel like, to me, intuitively, I feel like you're going after a career or job change or something, and I think it's going to be a good move for you. The wheel doesn't guarantee success. It just guarantees something unexpected sometimes, you know. But I do feel like, you know, you come into this Emperor mode. I think this is actually just the beginning in the next week of things transitioning or changing for you. So, you know, you're probably just going to be feeling really good about yourself, feeling very proud for going after something and following through with it. I don't think you see the results of that for a while, but at the same time, um, your person has the Emperor and they have the Seven of Wands. And so there might be a little bit, again, here we have another power struggle. You're both kind of in the same dominant type of energy. And, you know, I think that there might be a little bit of a power struggle, but again, they have the Wheel of Fortune here too. So I think that, you know, whatever is happening, I think that you guys are just slightly off balance from one another. And I think that that's okay, because I think sometimes we have to learn to trust our partner when they do things and take a risk and take a step into something like the unknown. And I do feel like there's this kind of like a little bit of a power struggle. You're both very feeling very kind of dominant in control of things, and so there might and this might be your dynamic anyway, like somebody one is always trying to be more assertive than the other person. So, but either way you have it here, I do feel like, okay, you're going after something. Maybe they don't like it at first, but I do feel like that they actually see the light. And I think that it's a change of persona for you in a way. Like you become more confident and strong. I think that this is a confidence boost to you, whatever you're doing and working on. And I do feel like if eventually they actually see things the way that you see them. And I think that that's a good thing. But, you know, you might have some resistance right off the bat here, the way this comes out, because they do feel like they're a little catty about this. All right, Capricorn. Capricorn, Capricorn. Oh, use this, and then Capricorn, what is happening? Speed read for Capricorn. Love and relationship. The Lovers comes out. The Devil. Ooh. And the Magician. You know, Capricorn, no matter which way you slice it, you can't make this be something that it's not. You have the Lovers, the Devil, and the Magician. So you might be really working hard to to get a relationship to work. And I do feel like again, I always say I don't always read the lovers as like something that's necessarily always about love. At least that's not the way it was back when tarot was done in the old days back in Italy. The lovers was called the choice when it was first something that was used as a not necessarily a divination tool, but it was also used as a card game. So the lovers here, to me, and the devil, and the magician. I feel like you're really trying hard to make something work that probably isn't going to work. But let's see what your person has. I think you think more about the excitement of the relationship than the practicality of it. Your person has Queen of Cups, Five of Cups, and King of Swords. I don't feel like they're like really balanced or stable. The Queen of Cups and the Five of Cups to me is this is Five of Cups is with the devil here, and I do feel like there's something in this relationship that isn't going to work. It's a little bit I almost feel like it's a little toxic. So somebody might be kind of up and down emotionally a lot, and that's kind of how I feel this is. Sometimes the Queen of Cups, it's like just being very on the scene, very balanced and wholesome, and then there's just something that really just triggers your person. And I'm just saying this from an intuitive perspective. And then you have the King of Swords here. So I feel like somebody can be very unpredictable and shrewd. And I think that you're trying really hard to make this work. And I think that's kind of where your energy is going. Of course, it's up to you to take it where you're going to take it. But I feel like this is just this ongoing story. Like this is something that's been going on for quite some time. And it just seems to be something, to me, I almost see this as something that keeps repeating itself. And then when the dust settles and everything calms down, everything goes okay for a little bit. And then it just flares back up. Same problem again, comes back up. And that's what happens. And so I think that's kind of where you're at in a relationship. So we're going to do Cancer next. Cancer. I'm not even paying attention to who's on here, who's watching. But hello, everybody that's popping in and out. And hello to everybody that'll watch this on the restream. So Cancer. Nine of Cups. Hoping for the best. The Lovers. Man, this just keeps coming out. And Six of Cups. Okay, so I think you have some very big potential here with somebody. I'm going to use the Light Seers Tarot, Cancer. Definitely a very, very cool read how that comes out. I feel like there's a lot of hope and potential here. And I think that you're seeing that. And your person has the Page of Cups. Definitely very receptive to you. And the Queen of Pentacles, but they're holding back a little bit. I don't think they want to really wear their emotions on their sleeves and be too what's the word for that? Too not anxious, but they don't want to be like too easy, and I don't mean easy in that kind of way, in the dirty way, but I think that they want to play a little bit hard to get. So again, Nine of Cups, excuse me. You see a big potential with the Nine of Cups, the Lovers, and the Six of Cups. I think you really are looking at this like this could be really what I've been looking for and hoping for. And I think they actually feel the same way, Page of Cups, but I think they're less likely to just be out, less likely to wear emotions on their sleeve kind of thing. And so they hold back a little bit, and I think they play the game and just kind of are a little bit more reserved than you. But you have the World here, or your person does. And I do feel like, to me, actually, I don't feel like the World is a completion or at the end of something. I feel like the World here is just saying that this has a lot of potential to completely change your world. It has a lot of potential to just, for the both of you, really, this could be really unexpected. The two of you. So this kind of to me is what that actually literally almost just means, having it all, and I feel like that's kind of the message that comes in. It's not a completion. It's not the end to a cycle. And it, to me, the World here is like, wow, there's a lot of potential here between you and your person. And I think it's very, very passionate. And I think that maybe, Cancer, you're a little bit, a little bit quicker to maybe voice how you feel, or you just have a lot more ambition that's kind of maybe out in the open than they do, and they're just a little bit more reserved and like to play a little bit hard to get. All right, we're going to do Scorpio next deck. Scorpio, hello, hello. This is... All right. Scorpio is 35, 43. All right. Scorpio and then Pisces, and we're done. Scorpio, what's going on in your love life? Temperance. King of Wands. I think you're toning back like your passion. And Three of Cups. I feel like you're just starting to hold back a little bit. I don't know why. Let's see if there's a reason. So Temperance and King of Wands. I do feel like you are holding back, being a little bit more reserved. Death. That's just absolutely crazy how cards come out sometimes. Eight of Cups. Okay, so you know, this relationship might be a little bit on the rocks. It might be a little bit up in the air, and maybe neither of you really knows where it's quite going. You have Temperance here, Scorpio. I feel like you're really kind of pulling back a little bit, and I think you're giving your person some space. Although I feel like you feel very you have a lot of feelings toward this person, but I think that you know, the Three of Cups, I think you might be a little bit I hate to say it, and I don't want to read anything negative, but I feel like maybe Scorpio, they're looking at you like your priorities have not been like in the relationship, and it might have been with your friends, it might have been with other things, and not directed on this relationship. And so I feel like that's where the tension is. And so I'm not saying that in a negative way, but it just feels like maybe for some time you've been maybe kind of focusing your energy on something else, and maybe they wanted more out of the relationship, or maybe they just are really easily annoyed and don't like you to have ties to other people. You know, sometimes people can be very controlling about that kind of stuff. So I feel like you're pulling back and you're being a little bit more reserved. And I feel like you know, they have the Death card. I think they see this relationship as a potential end, a dead end. Maybe you guys can't have a meeting of the minds, and you can't just quite figure things out, but I feel like they feel very hurt by something. So there might be something in this relationship between you two that has been very hard for both of you. So whatever that is, you know, apply that how you will if this resonates for you. If it doesn't, don't try and force this into your circumstances. And then the Eight of Cups, I feel that they do think that this might be something that is coming to an end, and there might be time to like just get some closure out of this if it's not going to work. And Pisces. Hi from Australia. Down under. You know, my dad worked in Australia for about a year, and he did not want to come home. He absolutely loved it. And I thought, I don't know how anybody can live around all them snakes and spiders. I hate both of those. I don't even like non-venomous snakes. They terrify me. I know it sounds silly. All right, Pisces. But thanks for joining. All right. Everybody, we're gonna wrap this up. Pisces, Four of Pentacles. Pisces, you're guarded. You're not like you're not showing all your cards. You're holding back a little bit. Six of Cups and the Queen of Swords. I think maybe you want to propose to your person, but you're not sure how they'll feel about that. And so I think you're just kind of I think you've been mulling this around a while. You want to propose. You want to at least maybe put it out there that you might want to propose. And Queen of Cups, I think, okay, well, let's see here. Temperance, I think they're really receptive. I think to me, Temperance is like they're saying about time. Things have been not, we've been kind of doing the same thing for a long time. So, Pisces, if you're, if you're been holding back about proposing, about advancing your relationship with the Six of Cups here, I think it's time to actually make that move. I think you need to communicate, Queen of Swords. I think you need to be very direct. They have the Queen of Cups. I think they're very receptive to this idea. And Temperance to me is like automatically just says they're like, it's about damn time that you got off your ass and wanted to do something about this relationship and move it up, bump it up a notch. So, and then there's the Page of Cups. I think they're very receptive to you, Pisces. And I think that that's something that's maybe you underestimate the the way the relationship is going, or you underestimate how they feel about things, or there's just a little bit of fear, but I think they're very receptive. So Pisces, I think that if you're looking at proposing or getting engaged, or even just be moving in together, or something to that effect, or just being exclusive with this person, I think that they've been waiting for a while for you to actually make that move. All right, so that is all signs. And I have time for maybe one or two questions. If anybody has a question, I got about 5 minutes, and then I got to wrap it up. And nope, nobody wants to ask a question. Feel free to ask one question if you want. I got about, like I said, 5 minutes. Don't be shy. All right, guys, I guess I'm going to wrap it up. And for the restream, I will timestamp this for everybody as soon as it is processed here on YouTube. And thank you for joining me. Thank you for watching. And I hope you guys all have a great rest of your day. And look forward to mid-monthly readings coming out over the next 7 days. This will be my last live stream for the next 7 days until I get those done and over with. Oh, thank you. I really appreciate it. If you have a question you want to ask, go ahead. If not, that's okay. I still have a minute or two. Thank you. All right, guys. I'm going to wrap it up and go see what's going on with my kids and the wife. So I will talk to you guys again soon, and have a great rest of your day. Stay safe, and I'll see you.